Way and welcome to GeordieLand 1892, where I've brought you into the Roman sunshine today. We're going to talk about Newcastle's epic victory down at Brentford at the weekend. Let's get into it. Alright, so on Saturday, Newcastle United, a victory down at the Brentford Community Stadium. Absolutely superb performance by Newcastle United, I have to say. They came out of the traps straight away, menacing from the first minute. The confidence was oozing, you could see, and they were going for it. I personally was so confident before a ball was even kicked in that game. I really believed that we were going to get 3 points out of that game. Brentford have been free-falling for quite a long time. I think it was about 9 games. They played 9 games. They got 1 win and 1 draw. I was so confident about that game on Saturday. 11 minutes and Josh Silva makes an absolutely horrific tackle on Matt Target. It was a horror tackle, leg breaker, and Mike Dean at first seemed to give a free kick to Brentford in the box, but VAR intervened, and it was clear that Josh Silva had made a horrendous challenge, and Matt Target was down, and I tell you what, my heart was in my mouth at that point. I thought, oh my God, not another player for the injury list. But Mike Dean listened to VAR, he went and had a look at the screen, and he decided that it was a red card, and rightly so. Fair play to him. So Brentford are down to 10 men after 11 minutes. It was a massive psychological blow for Brentford. And as the game went on, Newcastle just got stronger and stronger. Their belief and their presence was just, it was almighty. They were just stroking the ball about as well, absolutely beautifully. They seem to have come together as a unit. And Newcastle went on and on and on. Defensively, they were brilliant. Newcastle United they were going for it, and they were going for the jugular, really, every time. Ryan Fraser, yet again, absolutely brilliant performance from him. He was all over the place. And the speed of that kid is unbelievable, but he was just absolutely ripping them up the wing there. And I have to say, we've kind of been complaining that Chris Wood hasn't been getting the service on crosses into the box, but he got all the service you could ever require on Saturday. The balls coming into him were fantastic, the service was brilliant to him, but Chris Wood unfortunately couldn't convert. He had a few chances with his head, didn't make the best of them. But in Chris Wood's defence, he's a big lad, he mixes it up in the middle of the box, and he allows us to create other avenues. I think Chris Wood, he just needs a little bit more time, and I'm sure once he gets the first goal, I think he'll be off and running, 33 minutes, that man Joe Linton, brilliant ball in from Fraser, great cross, great move for the goal actually. We just cut them open with a knife through butter, really. Brilliant cross. Joe Linton rises like a salmon, and I tell you what, it was a bullet header. The power he got behind it, he timed it perfectly. It was fantastic. And Big Joe is, I tell you what, he's the toast of the tune at the minute. Where he was, last year to where he is now is credit to himself, Eddie Howe, and the backroom staff. Brentford really hadn't had a shot on target in the first half. They didn't bother Dubravka really at all. And you know, that's credit as well to Dan Burn, who's come in. It looks like he's played for us forever. He's just fitted in so comfortably. And one of the great things, I think, is Dan Burn has given Fabian Schär a boost of confidence. You can just see a massive difference in Schär. And you know what it is? Dan Burn is he's bossing it in the defence. And the second goal was testament to Fabian Schär. It was hooked out by Fraser, believe it or not. And the ball comes to him, off he goes. Like we know, he can do them forward runs. And he plays an absolutely sublime ball to Joe Willock. And Joe Willock takes it on, and what a finish. It was a world-class finish, second to none. He just took it in his stride. And you know what it is? That was 44 minutes, and for me, that was game over for Brentford. I really didn't believe there was any way they were going to come back. To hit them right at the end of the first half, their heads went down, and Willock is back. I tell you what, 7 out of 7 when he was on loan for us, saved us really from relegation, I believe. But you kind of went missing in action, didn't he? For a while. He scored last week at West Ham. He's been coming back in slowly but surely. But you know, that's 2 and 2 for Joe Willock. And you know, there's more to come from that lad. In the second half, really, Newcastle just started where they began. They left off where they began in the first half. And you know what it was? They were just, I mean, the ball possession, they were just stroking the ball around, tiring Brentford out. And you know, this is something that in the past was criminal at Newcastle United. We really could not play keep ball. And obviously since Eddie Howe's come in, the backroom staff have obviously worked on possession, and they did it beautifully on Saturday. Now, it was great to see Christian Eriksen coming back on his debut for Brentford, and rightly so. He was applauded by both sets of fans. I admire his courage coming back to play football after what had happened to him in Euro 2020, and rightly so. He was applauded from everyone in the ground, so credit to him. Newcastle had an unbelievable amount of chances during that game, and really, you know, we should have beat them by a bigger amount than 2-0. Eddie Howe making substitutions, but the one for me was when Bruno Guimaraes comes on. He played about 20 odd minutes, and you know, straight away you could just see that kid is class. Straight away he's playing beautiful Hollywood balls to Matty Target there out on the wing, and it didn't faze him, you know what I mean? It just looked easy. He makes it look simple. Matty Target had a brilliant game. Like I say, Fraser, fantastic game. The whole team had an absolutely fantastic game. When they went up the pitch, they attacked in numbers, and when they defended in numbers. They were just like a moving unit all the time. Something that is an absolute pleasure to watch, rather than the shite that I've had to put up with for years, or we have had to put up with for years. Newcastle United were way the better side. Some people say that it was because of the fact that they only had 10 men. I just think Newcastle would have won that game anyway, even if they'd had 11 on the pitch. They wanted it. They've become the hunters, and you know, it was marvellous to watch, marvellous. The final whistle goes, and the 1,700 Newcastle United supporters that had travelled down there got their just rewards. The players all congregating around the fans, clapping the fans clapping the players, which is the way it should be. Absolutely brilliant. Joe Linton left by himself at the end there on the pitch, and you know, the fans singing, ringing out his name with chants. It must be a great time to be Joe Linton. after a really dubious start where he was played in different positions. Eddie Howe, testament to him, he has gotten the best out of Joe Linton, and he's gotten the best out of what was an average squad. They don't look like that anymore. Obviously a few additions in January, but Newcastle United are on the up. Hey, 7 games unbeaten now, and the next game against Brighton, I think there's definitely points in that for us. I definitely think there's 3 points in that. Brighton also, their form has dipped. We're at St James's Park. Our confidence must be, I mean, it's mind-blowing at the minute. I think we can go out there and I think we can get 3 points and climb, you know. Also at the weekend, Alan Saint-Maximin will be back and Javier Manquillo will be in contention. So happy days. It's all, smiley faces. Cannot wait for the game at the weekend. And incidentally, you know, we have got some games coming up where I believe we are definitely going to get points. We're definitely going to get 3 points in most of these games. If they continue to play like they are, they're getting better every game. Testament, yet again, I've said, Eddie Howe has turned this club around, turned it around. And, you know, from the poor management before, poor coaching, hey, it's great to see. What a time to be a Newcastle United supporter. The Great Escape is on. So from me, GeordieLand 1892, I hope you've enjoyed this here in sunny Rome. I'm not really in a very sunny part at the moment because I had to get out of it because I couldn't see a bloody thing. But anyway, I'll be back soon with a Brighton game. And hey, all the best. Toon Army.